Have you ever felt that? Just a subtle shift, maybe? Yeah. Something in the atmosphere, or like a low hum beneath the surface of everything. A sense that, big changes are unfolding, even if you can't quite put your finger on it.
Absolutely. That background feeling.
Exactly. That feeling that there's maybe more going on than we usually notice. Well, today, we're going to do a deep dive. Try and explore one of the most, incredible phenomena that seems to be actively influencing our planet and us right now.
Yeah.
Our focus today is this absolute colossal wave of energy. Apparently, it started manifesting just yesterday, September 1st, 2025.
Just yesterday, yeah.
And we want to explore its impact on what some are calling our galactic climate, and really importantly, on us.
Yeah.
As individuals.
Right. It's not just abstract astrophysics.
No, exactly. This isn't just, talking about distant stars. It's about understanding forces shaping the ground under our feet, and maybe the energy flowing through us too.
And what's really compelling here, I think, is how we can pull together different threads. We're looking at contemporary reports, things from Dr. Javi Amali about solar activity, real-time stuff.
Right. Scientific data.
Yes. But we're also connecting that with, ancient wisdom, spiritual traditions, things that talk about similar rhythms, planetary, cosmic rhythms.
So across time, different cultures.
Yeah.
They're pointing to something similar.
It really seems that way. Modern science and ancient insights kind of converging on this intensified moment. It feels significant.
Okay.
So our mission here really is to unpack what this energy actually is. How do we measure it? You mentioned the Schumann Resonance.
Definitely get into that.
And crucially, what does it all mean? For the planet and for our own experiences, we want to try and offer, a really comprehensive look.
That sounds like a powerful mix of perspectives, science and spirit. So let's do it. Let's unpack this intersection, give you a clearer picture of what seems to be happening out there, and maybe in here too. Because this isn't just theory, right? This is supposedly a measurable event happening now with real effects.
Exactly. Tangible effects. The cosmic event unfolding now. A galactic forecast.
Okay, let's jump right into it then. This immediate cosmic event. The cosmic event unfolding now. Our main source material for this, including those reports from Dr. Xavi Amali. It describes an extremely powerful energy wave.
It's extremely powerful, yeah.
It started early hours, September 1st. And here's the kicker. This isn't just a blip. The data suggests it's not holding steady.
Yeah.
It's intensifying continuously, getting stronger, like moment by moment.
Imagine a cosmic tide, right? But one that's not just rolling in, it's actually gaining power as it hits the shore. That's the kind of picture being painted.
Oh, wow. Okay, so scientifically, what's driving this?
Well, to put it in scientific terms, what we're apparently experiencing right now is the direct impact of a massive coronal mass ejection.
CME.
Okay, CME. Break that down a bit. Sure. So basically, it's a giant solar explosion. The sun throws out this immense cloud of super hot plasma, charged particles, billions of tons sometimes.
Billions.
Yeah, huge amounts, traveling incredibly fast. And in this case, the trajectory, the path it took, means Earth is right in the firing line, under direct, sustained impact.
So it's not just glancing off us.
No, not at all. These charged particles, they're deeply interacting with our magnetosphere, Earth's magnetic shield.
Our protection.
Exactly. And this interaction is creating this really dynamic, powerful energy exchange. It resonates through the whole planetary system. It's like a direct, pretty forceful conversation between the sun and Earth.
Okay, so our planetary shield is getting hammered. What are we actually seeing? What are the immediate signs, the predictions?
Well, the first signs are pretty spectacular, apparently already very visible. We're seeing incredibly intense auroras, those amazing light shows.
Northern and southern lights.
Exactly, but they're being seen in regions far beyond the usual spots near the poles.
Oh, okay, so they're spreading out.
Right. And while auroras are always stunning, seeing them so widespread is a really clear sign. It shows this radiation, these energetic particles, are pushing much deeper into our atmosphere. It suggests Earth's energy field is expanding significantly.
And scientifically.
Yeah.
Beyond the visuals.
Well, the sources are highlighting that the global Schumann Resonance, that's Earth's fundamental pulse, we need to talk more about that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's already registering at very high levels, that's the quote. And space weather agencies. They're forecasting geomagnetic storms, G3 intensity, maybe even higher.
G3, what does that mean in practical terms? Is that bad?
Well, G3 is classified as a strong geomagnetic storm. It means significant disruption to the magnetosphere. It can actually induce currents in power grids.
Oh, wow. Like blackouts?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Especially long transmission lines. It can also severely impact high-frequency radio comms. The ionosphere gets too turbulent for signals to bounce properly, so that affects navigation, satellite operations, that kind of thing.
Okay, so this isn't just pretty lights. There are real, physical potential impacts.
Absolutely. The sources point to these measurable impacts as clear evidence of this energy wave's power. It's tangible.
Which brings us right back to that Schumann resonance you mentioned. Why is this invisible pulse so important?
That's a great question, because it's not just a number for scientists. Many sources, both scientific and, well, spiritual, see it as a direct indicator of Earth's vital energy.
Earth's energy.
Yeah, and crucially, how that energy directly influences us, our well-being, even our spiritual journeys. It's like a window into that dynamic connection between the cosmos, the planet, and ourselves.
Earth's own pulsating heartbeat.
Right, that connection, an invisible pulse affecting us. It sounds fascinating. So let's break it down. What is the Schumann resonance?
Okay, yeah, it sounds technical, maybe a bit sci-fi.
A little bit.
But really, at its core, it's the planet's pulse.
Yeah.
A fundamental rhythm we can actually measure.
Okay.
Scientifically, it's defined as this pattern of electromagnetic waves. They're constantly circulating in the space, the cavity between the Earth's surface and the ionosphere.
The ionosphere, that's the charged layer high up.
Exactly. Roughly 50 to 100 kilometers up. So these waves bounce around in that space, creating this persistent resonance. It's often called Mother Earth's pulsating heart.
I like that analogy, a heartbeat.
It fits, doesn't it? And it's fundamental to the planet's energetic health. We measure it in two main ways. First, frequency, how many cycles per second in hertz or hertz.
How fast the heart is beating.
Kind of, yeah. And second, amplitude, the intensity, the strength of these electromagnetic waves. So how powerful is that beat?
Got it. Frequency and amplitude, speed and strength.
Precisely.
And you said it's responsive, it's not just doing its own thing.
That's a really key point. It's not isolated at all. Earth's heartbeat is constantly, dynamically in conversation with the cosmos.
How so?
While it fluctuates, it responds directly to big cosmic energies, things like solar flares, the CME we're experiencing now.
Right, makes sense.
But also more subtle things. Planetary alignments, the gravitational poles, even movements of really distant celestial bodies seem to affect it.
Wow, so Earth is really plugged into the whole universe.
Absolutely. It shows our planet isn't just floating in space alone. It's a living participant in this huge cosmic symphony, intimately connected.
And it's amazing how this scientific idea, it echoes in older traditions, doesn't it?
It really does. This idea of Earth having a pulse. It's not just a modern discovery with fancy sensors. Our ancestors, the sages, spiritual masters, they seemed keenly aware of it.
How did they describe it?
Well, ancient records, different traditions, they consistently mention something very similar. They might call it a pulse of the Earth, but they saw it as more than just a physical vibration. It was like a compass.
A compass?
Yeah, a compass that connects human beings to the cosmos, guiding life, influencing us.
That's profound. Are there specific examples?
Oh, definitely. Look at the rishis in ancient India, the Vedic masters. They taught that the Earth breathed in cycles.
Breathed.
Yeah, and crucially, that these planetary cycles directly influenced human consciousness, our ability to access wisdom, spirituality, intuition.
Yeah.
They saw a direct link. And in ancient Egypt, you find mentions of a primordial sound, a fundamental vibration that supposedly sustained creation, maintained cosmic order.
So it wasn't just poetic language.
It seems not. When you look closely, it points to an ancient understanding of an underlying energy pulse Earth's vibration and its deep connection to all life, something science is only now quantifying.
And for a long time, this pulse was pretty steady, wasn't it?
That's what the historical data and sources suggest, yes. For a very long time, the main Schumann frequency oscillated mostly between 7.83 and 8.8 hertz.
7.8.
Cycles per second.
7.83 to 8.8 hertz.
Okay. And that range was widely considered, both in traditions and early science, as kind of natural and harmonic, like an energetic baseline for human balance and well-being.
Our natural rhythm aligned with Earth's rhythm.
That's the idea. And this historical range, 7.83 to 8.8 hertz, it's really crucial. What's fascinating is how often it's correlated in our sources with periods when humanity apparently experienced big leaps.
Leaps in what?
In wisdom, spirituality, a deeper connection to, well, the source of life. It suggests a powerful harmony, a resonance between the planet's rhythm and our collective consciousness back then.
So when the Earth was in that rhythm, humanity thrived spiritually.
That's the implication drawn by these sources. Humanity seemed more attuned, maybe more capable of accessing profound insights, living more balanced lives. That frequency wasn't just a number, it was like an energetic foundation supporting human flourishing and spiritual growth. A co-creative relationship. The shifting frequencies. Earth's accelerated rhythm.
Okay, so if 7.83 hertz was our sweet spot, our natural baseline for ages, what happened? Why the huge shift we're seeing now?
That's the central question, isn't it? The narrative presented in our sources is pretty profound. It suggests that as human civilization got deeper into, well, conflicts, imbalances, and abuses.
Against each other. Or the planet.
Both, really. Against ourselves and against the planet itself. As this happened, the Schumann field started to change, almost like it was reacting to the disharmony.
Earth reacting. Wow.
And in response, the idea is that purifying energies from space started interacting more intensely with Earth's field.
Purifying energies? From where?
The sources don't always specify origins, but describe them as higher frequency energies interacting with our planet. And this interaction is seen as purposeful, specifically raising Earth's vibration, preparing it for what's called a global cleansing process. A global cleansing. Sounds intense.
It does. It's framed almost like the Earth entering an accelerated phase of self-correction. Energetic detox, maybe, driven by a need to restore balance.
And this manifests differently in different places. You mentioned global versus regional resonance.
Right, that's an important distinction. There's the global Schumann resonance, which affects the whole planet, that overall rhythm. But then there's regional Schumann resonance.
Okay.
This acts with much greater intensity in specific geographical areas. And when that regional resonance spikes, that's when we tend to see specific, often dramatic, localized events.
Like what? Things like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, really intense storms, droughts, floods. Specific phenomena linked to that intensified regional energy.
And these local events, they stay local.
Not entirely. Their energetic impact ripples outwards. They create indirect effects elsewhere. Maybe unseasonable heavy rains far away, or powerful electrical storms, unexpected climate shifts. It shows how interconnected the whole planetary grid is. The local mirrors the global shift.
And the numbers now, they're really showing the shift, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. The numbers are, frankly, mind-boggling compared to that old 7.83 hertz baseline. Our deep dive shows the resonances right now, today, September 2nd, are extremely agitated.
How high are we talking?
Well, recently we've seen spikes hit 50, 60, even over 100 cycles per second, 100 hertz.
Which used to be unheard of.
Pretty much. A few years back, there was a peak near 120 hertz, and that was considered an extraordinary rare event. Now, readings like that or approaching it seem to be becoming almost common. The trend is escalating rapidly.
And specifically now, with this CME.
Right. Yesterday, September 1st, the frequency was apparently already around 65 hertz. Then today, September 2nd, it surged past 80 hertz.
80 hertz. Compared to under 9 hertz historically, that's a huge leap.
It's a monumental shift in Earth's baseline vibration. But there's another layer to consider.
Oh.
Some scholars and researchers in this field suggest that the published frequency, like that 80 hertz, might only be part of the story. They think it might just be the fundamental tone.
Meaning,
if you factor in higher harmonics, or the broader energetic field, the actual felt impact could be much greater. Some propose you might need to multiply the published number by 3.
Multiply by 3, so 80 hertz could feel like 240 hertz.
That's the implication from those sources, yes. Yeah. Which, if accurate, that's not just an increase, it's a profound qualitative shift in our energetic environment. The sources call it an extremely high and transformative level, an unparalleled acceleration, impact on the human experience, responding to the cosmic call.
Okay, my mind is officially blown by those numbers. So if the Earth's pulse is speeding up that dramatically, what does it mean for us, for people?
That's the critical connection. If, as these sources describe us, we are fundamentally beings made of energy and condensed light.
Right. Energetic beings.
Then our bodies aren't just passive observers. We're dynamic receivers, incredibly sensitive to these huge cosmic shifts, these changes in the planet's field.
Like antennas.
Exactly like antennas.
Yeah.
Our personal energy systems are like finely tuned instruments vibrating in response to Earth's accelerating rhythm. And that seems to lead to a whole cascade of effects.
Physical effects. What are people reporting?
Well, the range of physical sensations reported is really broad. It does seem like our bodies are undergoing a kind of deep recalibration.
Okay.
Many people report extreme tiredness, sudden overwhelming fatigue, even after plenty of rest, just feeling drained.
Yeah, I've heard people mention that.
Others describe muscle or joint pain that just appears, no obvious cause, no injury. Dizziness or vertigo is common too, often with a feeling of being ungrounded.
Like the ground isn't solid.
Sort of. As if the body isn't fully anchored, is how one source put it. Digestive changes, to nausea, loss of appetite, suddenly becoming sensitive to foods you used to eat fine.
Huh. Interesting. Anything else?
Accelerated heart rate, palpitations, feeling your heart beat faster or harder. And a big one is increased sensitivity to artificial lights, loud sounds, even electromagnetic fields from phones, Wi-Fi, that sort of thing.
So our senses are getting dialed up, maybe too much.
It could be interpreted that way, like our systems are becoming more finely tuned, maybe even a bit overwhelmed by all the energetic input.
And it's not just physical, right? Emotions too.
Oh, definitely not just physical. Our emotional state can feel incredibly volatile, like being on a roller coaster you didn't sign up for.
How so?
Deep melancholy, some report. A sense of emptiness or sudden waves of sadness, anxiety, arriving out of nowhere. No obvious trigger.
That sounds unsettling.
Can be. Others find themselves getting really irritable, impatient, easily agitated over small things. And interestingly, old memories.
Old memories.
Yeah. Things may be long buried, unresolved issues, past traumas. They seem to be surfacing, coming back to mind with real clarity, demanding attention.
Like the energy is stirring things up.
That's exactly the analogy used. Like a cosmic dredge stirring the bottom of our emotional pond, bringing sediment to the surface.
Yeah.
Needs acknowledgement, release.
Okay. So physical, emotional. What about mentally? Our thoughts?
Well, that leads to a key question.
Yeah.
How do you navigate a mind that suddenly feels so unanchored, so prone to diving into old wounds or worrying about the future?
Right. What's happening there?
Mentally, sources describe thoughts becoming more erratic, less focused, maybe fragmented. You might find yourself jumping between revisiting painful past memories, almost reliving them, and then getting intensely worried about present issues, daily stresses. And on top of that, many report being bombarded by existential questions.
Big life questions.
Huge ones about purpose, meaning, direction. Like the mind is grappling with this accelerated evolution of understanding its place in everything. It can make it hard to concentrate, find clarity.
And sleep. I bet sleep gets affected too.
Hugely. For many, the effects are really pronounced there. Difficulty falling asleep, even when exhausted, or waking up frequently, often at weird, specific hours.
3 a.m. club.
Exactly. And the dreams themselves, often reported as unusually vivid, intense, sometimes symbolic, allegorical, even feeling like spiritual visions or messages.
Wow. Like the subconscious is processing over time.
That's one interpretation, yeah.
Yeah.
Working hard to integrate these energies during sleep.
Yeah.
Interestingly, some people react the opposite way. They crave more sleep, needing extra rest to recalibrate.
And you mentioned nature.
Yes, others report this overwhelming urge to connect with nature. Get outside, walk barefoot on the earth, grounding. It seems to be a key way people are instinctively trying to rebalance their energy field.
Ascension and cellular light.
Okay, so we have all these symptoms. Physical, emotional, mental, sleep stuff. It sounds pretty disruptive.
It can definitely feel that way. But here's where a crucial reframing comes in, according to our sources.
For reframing.
It's vital, they say, not to see these just as negative symptoms, not like an illness to be managed or suppressed. They describe them as something much deeper.
Which is?
Experiences of luminous activation, that's the term used. Or, in many spiritual circles, they're known as ascension symptoms.
Ascension symptoms. Luminous activation.
Yeah.
Okay. So not problems, but signs of upgrading.
That's exactly the perspective. It shifts things dramatically. It suggests these aren't just disturbances, but integral parts of a significant evolutionary process, a fundamental upgrade to our whole being.
How does that work? Why would an upgrade feel so rough?
Well, the idea isn't that the rising frequency is creating new problems. Instead, it's acting as a powerful catalyst.
A catalyst for what?
For bringing energetic residues stored deep in our cells to the surface, bringing them into our awareness.
Energetic residues, like what?
It can be anything, really. Unhealed physical stuff, unresolved emotional patterns, limiting mental beliefs, even spiritual wounds. Things accumulated over this life, or maybe even inherited energetically from past generations.
Stuff we carry around unknowingly.
Exactly. And this rising frequency, this intense vibration, it basically shakes that dormant energy loose, pushes it up so we can finally see it, feel it, process it, and let it go.
So it's clearing out process.
A profound purification, yes. Happening at a cellular, energetic level, like a deep internal spring cleaning, preparing us for a higher state.
Okay, I see. So it's not just about what's leaving, what's being cleared.
Precisely. It's equally about what can now flow in and through us more easily. As these residues are released, it creates space.
Big space for what?
Space for what the sources call the biophoton cellular network. This is a concept from biophysics, the idea that our cells communicate using subtle light.
Cells communicating with light. Cool.
Isn't it? And the idea is this network is becoming more activated by these higher frequencies. The light that's always flowing through us can now circulate with more intensity, more freedom.
And this light,
Yeah.
what does it connect us to?
It connects us to our divine essence, our core luminous self, what ancient traditions called vital breath or life energy or prana. That connection gets stronger, clearer.
So clearing out the old allows more of our true light to shine through.
That's the essence of it, which leads to the whole process being framed not as symptoms, but as a profound call to healing.
A call to healing. How so?
It urges us strongly to look at and abandon harmful practices that no longer serve us or the planet.
Like what specifically?
Things like excessive chemicals in our food and environment, reliance on heavily processed artificial foods, maybe automatically reaching for aggressive medicines or invasive procedures without considering gentler options first. Things that might disrupt our body's natural intelligence.
Right, making more conscious choices.
Exactly. And at the same time, it opens the door to adopting more natural routines, things that are genuinely in harmony with our body's wisdom and with Earth's accelerating rhythm.
So it's not just about feeling better symptomatically, but about aligning our lifestyle.
Yes. Making deliberate choices for holistic well-being that resonate with these higher frequencies. It's a deep invitation to completely reevaluate our relationship with our bodies and with the planet, navigating the transformation, free will, and daily practices.
Okay, this is huge. Cosmic energies, planetary shifts, personal upgrades. It feels almost overwhelming. Where does our personal choice fit in? Do we have any say in this?
That's a vital point. And the sources are incredibly clear on this. Even with these massive forces at play, your free will is paramount, absolutely central.
So we're not just puppets dancing to cosmic strings.
Not at all. Each soul, each one of us gets to decide how to react. You have the choice.
What are the choices?
Broadly, the sources describe two paths. You can essentially reject the call of light. Meaning clinging to old patterns, old ways of thinking, feeling, being, resisting the internal shifts, maybe out of fear or attachment.
Well,
Or you can consciously choose to embrace the transformative energy. Allow your consciousness to expand gradually, gracefully, aligning with these new, higher frequencies.
so resist or embrace. It's a personal, sovereign choice.
Entirely. It's up to each individual how they navigate this period.
And if someone chooses to embrace it, to align, what does that look like? What are the benefits?
Well, it raises that important question, right? What does the journey look like? The sources suggest it's not instant magic, but over time, those who consciously align will likely perceive some significant shifts.
Like what?
A strengthening of their innate capacities, often starting with greater mental clarity, easier focus, better discernment, more inner calm.
That sounds good.
An expansion of intuition, too.
Right.
That inner knowing becomes stronger, more reliable, enhanced spiritual sensitivity, becoming more aware of subtle energies, interconnectedness.
Deeper connection.
Yes. And fascinatingly, the sources talk about potentially accessing gifts that once seemed inaccessible.
Gifts, like psychic abilities.
It could encompass things like that, or latent talents, creative abilities, deeper spiritual faculties. Things that start to awaken and unfold as consciousness expands and harmonizes with the new energy. It's a gradual unfolding of our true higher potential.
So this isn't just a one-day event, this energy wave.
No, definitely not. The sources emphasize this is an ongoing process, and they give some really practical tools to navigate it.
Okay, good. What kind of tools?
Well, first, the entire month of September is described as being characterized by continuous cosmic waves. It's a sustained period needing consistent, conscious effort.
So buckle up for September.
In a sense, yes, but with awareness. The sources stress the need for spiritual discipline and engaging in daily practices.
Daily practice like?
Things like grounding, really connecting with the earth energetically, regular meditation, quieting the mind, listening within, spending intentional time in nature. Conscious breathing exercises, simple but powerful for regulating the nervous system.
Basic but essential stuff.
Exactly. Also prayer, reciting mantras, or any form of conscious reconnection with your sense of source or higher self. These aren't just nice ideas, they're presented as vital tools for balance, resilience, and facilitating your evolution during this intense time.
And there's astrology involved too. amplifying things.
Yes, that's another interesting layer. The sources point to two specific astrological events this month that are expected to amplify the process further.
Which ones?
First, a lunar eclipse on September 7th. The energies from this are described as resonating for about 6 months.
6 months? Wow. What kind of energy?
Typically associated with emotional release, deep reflection, things hidden coming to light. And second, a powerful solar eclipse on September 21st.
And that one.
That one is described as potentially capable of transforming the global scenario in multiple areas: political, social, climatic, and spiritual.
So these aren't just astronomical events, they're seen as energetic gateways.
Precisely. Amplifying the cosmic waves, accelerating the transformations happening on Earth and within us. It's all interconnected.
Okay, so with all this intensity, continuous waves, eclipses, what's the main advice? Should we just hide away and meditate all month?
Actually, no. The core recommendation is surprisingly practical and reassuring. It's continue to fulfill your daily responsibility.
Really? Just keep going?
Yes. It's not about abandoning your life or retreating. It's about navigating your everyday tasks, your job, your family, your commitments, but doing it with a new awareness.
How so?
The key is fulfilling those responsibilities while consciously keeping your heart and mind aligned to a higher frequency, approaching life with intention, presence, connection to these energies, rather than getting swept up in old patterns or fear.
So live your life, but live it awake.
That's a perfect way to put it. Active integration, not dissociation. That seems to be the core message. Echoes through time, historical and scientific context.
It's a powerful framework. And going back to what you said earlier, while these specific numbers, 80 hertz, 120 hertz, feel very modern, this idea isn't new, is it?
Not at all. That's a crucial point the sources emphasize. Nothing of this is new. The fundamental concept that Earth has its own vibration, its own pulse, that's ancient wisdom.
The sages, the mystics, they knew.
They intuitively understood it, yes. For millennia, they recognized Earth had this inherent vibration. They observed how it influenced climate patterns and, importantly, humanity's emotional and spiritual state. They saw that deep, symbiotic link.
So they didn't need fancy equipment to sense it.
Apparently not. Their awareness was perhaps tuned differently. But what's remarkable is how that ancient insight converges with modern science.
Right, you mentioned Dr. Schumann.
Exactly. In 1952, the German physicist Dr. Winfried Schumann scientifically demonstrated the existence of this pulsing electromagnetic field, the one circulating in that Earth ionosphere cavity.
So he proved mathematically what the ancients knew intuitively.
Pretty much, yes. He published groundbreaking studies providing the empirical evidence. It formally bridged that gap between ancient intuition and modern physics. And the field now bears his name, the Schumann Resonance, a testament to that convergence.
So it's not just a nice metaphor, Earth's heartbeat. It's measurable scientific reality. Confirmed.
Confirmed by modern physics. And that validation, that bridge between ancient wisdom and modern science, it really lends extra weight, maybe extra urgency to what we're seeing today, doesn't it? It encourages us to look deeper. Cosmic invitation, awakening to purpose.
Absolutely. So bringing all these pieces together, the energy wave, the CME, the spiking resonance, the physical and emotional effects, the historical context.
Yeah.
What's the big picture takeaway? What does it all mean?
Well, the deep dive suggests we're not just in a period of random weirdness or isolated crises. We seem to be in a profound and clearly accelerating phase of global transformation.
A transformation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this current intense energy wave, challenging as it might feel, isn't presented in the sources as a threat. It's framed quite differently as another stage of the great process of planetary purification and ascension, an evolutionary leap for both the Earth and everyone on it, a natural step in a larger cosmic journey.
Purification and ascension.
Yeah.
So it's ultimately positive.
That's the perspective offered. It's described not as something to fear, but as a genuine cosmic gift.
A gift. How is feeling dizzy and anxious a gift?
Because, the sources suggest, it's an invitation, a powerful nudge designed to help us shed what no longer serves our highest good.
Shedding, like letting go of old baggage.
Exactly. The energy actively encourages us to abandon old structures, outdated ways of thinking, being, living, relating that create conflict and suffering. And in doing that, it helps us awaken to the true purpose of our lives.
Finding our real purpose.
Stepping into a more authentic, aligned, meaningful existence. Individually and collectively, the energy pushes us to release what holds us back and step more fully into who we really are, guiding us towards a deeper calling.
It's a powerful reminder then, isn't it? about who we are beneath the surface stuff.
A very powerful reminder. The sources really emphasize that at our core, we are beings of light living a human experience.
Beings of light.
It's presented not just poetically, but as our fundamental nature. And central to that is the reassurance that our connection to the source, that divine essence we come from, it's indestructible.
Indestructible, even with all of this chaos.
Even with all this, that core connection remains. It's a constant, unshakable anchor, no matter what shifts are happening.
Which brings up that question again. What are we willing to let go of?
Exactly. That's the crucial question this energy poses to each of us. What old structures, beliefs, patterns are we ready to release to embrace this evolution?
It's an ongoing opportunity then.
Yes. Each new wave, each intensification is described as a fresh chance. A chance to release a little more of what doesn't serve us. Old thoughts, limiting beliefs, emotional wounds, conditioning.
Clearing the decks.
Yes. And in doing so, creating that sacred space to embrace the fullness of who we truly are, allowing our authentic, luminous, divine selves to emerge more completely into our lives, shedding the layers that hide our light.
So the final message, it's about choice.
Ultimately, yes. A conscious, empowered choice. The final call woven through the sources is to choose with consciousness how you navigate this potent time.
In the recommended way.
To move through it, not with fear, but with serenity, confidence, and faith. Cultivating that inner knowing, that trust that despite the bumps, the universe conspires for our evolution.
Trusting the process.
Trusting the grander process. Trusting that it's all unfolding for our highest good and the planet's highest good. Surrendering to it, in a way.
Wow. We have covered so much ground today, a truly deep dive into these incredible energetic shifts from, the sun's activity, the CMEs, right down to the Earth's heartbeat, the Schumann Resonance, and how it might be affecting our own cells.
It's a lot to take in, definitely.
A huge amount to integrate. It really shifts how you might think about the planet and ourselves, but what an amazing journey of discovery this understanding offers.
It really is. And what's insightful, I think, is that by understanding these larger cosmic rhythms, by recognizing Earth's pulse and its connection to galactic energy, we get a framework.
A framework for what?
For interpreting our own experiences, those physical symptoms, the emotional ups and downs. It gives them context, meaning it's not just random chaos.
Right. It empowers us.
Exactly. It empowers us to make more informed, conscious choices about our well-being, about our spiritual path. It helps make sense of the internal and external shifts.
So as these cosmic waves keep rolling through September and likely beyond, as Earth's heart keeps beating faster and our own hearts and minds respond, here's something to ponder maybe. If the planet's pulse is accelerating and we're feeling it, what new potential are we, collectively, being called to awaken? Not just inside ourselves, but for humanity as a whole, as we evolve, hopefully, in harmony with the cosmos.
A profound question.
What does it really mean to live as a being of light in this world that's changing so rapidly? And how will you, personally, choose to illuminate your path forward through all of this?